Welcome back to 5 Talk Street. I'm Vince Sims. According to the American Heart Association's 2025 Heart Disease and Stroke Statistics Update, heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the U.S. And while medical advances have helped more people live longer with cardiovascular diseases, many of the risk factors which lead to this disease, including high blood pressure and obesity, continue to grow at alarming rates. So the American Heart Association is working to get the word out to everyone about these risk factors in their upcoming heart walks in Dallas and Fort Worth, and vital ways to raise awareness and funds for heart health. Here with me now are brother and sister Jimmy Kinley and Kat Kinley. They are the American Heart Association volunteers, the co-chairs of the 2025 Tarrant County Heart Walk, and leaders at Kinley Construction. Thank you both for being with us.
Glad to be here.
Thanks.
Well, since you're sponsoring this, Kinley Construction, tell us a little bit more about this. I'm assuming this is a family business.
It is. We're hitting 6 generations. This is 130 years for us being in business, and that's 130 years of blue collar work. And we do work all over the country. We actually have a job right here at DFW Airport. We're a jet fuel kind of fueling specialist company, so we've got employees scattered across the United States doing a lot of work that a lot of people don't think about. You know, how does that fuel get to that airplane? Yeah, we're the ones doing that. We do the work for the railroad, government. It's fun. It's fun work.
And now you're doing work to raise awareness about heart awareness. So tell us a little bit more about the Heart Walk.
Yeah, so I'll take you back to last year's Heart Walk. So there was a little flyer that showed up in our kitchen, and it was like, hey, we're doing this according to the health and safety guy. And so I was like, you know, I haven't done a heart walk. I haven't done a walk in a while. And so we showed up, and oh my gosh, there was thousands of people there. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden this heart health, you know, initiative just got kind of just, you know, sparked with the company. We had a lot of people show up. I was there with my kids, brought my dog. A lot of people brought their dogs and kids. And, you know, I'm sitting there thinking like, hey, this is important. You know, it's something you don't really think about till you probably have a really big issue. And this Heart Walk was just a chance to celebrate life. I think a lot of people there's a lot of survivors there. And there's a lot of people that are celebrating maybe lost ones. But everybody it was like a big party, you know, and it was a lot of fun. And you take a little 5K walk, you know, right there in Clear Fork.
So you got involved with this because it was kind of the initiative, but are there other reasons, Kat, behind this of why y'all got involved?
Yeah, there's several reasons. Mm-hmm. First, you know, like Jimmy mentioned, this is our 130th year in business. And when you look back at the common thread from one generation to the next, it's always been about the people. It's always been about the community. And so we could not finish this year without doing something. And so, you know, we looked at ourselves first and our employees and noticed, you know, there was employees who were far too young having major cardiac events that landed them in the hospital. And so first and foremost, you know, that was a direct impact we felt like we could make for them and giving them resources and making sure that our employees are healthy. But even beyond that, on a personal level for our family, our grandmother actually passed away from heart disease. We didn't get the pleasure of meeting her, but she was really a pioneer in the space for cardiovascular technology and health advancements. She was one of the first patients to be operated on for open heart surgery, at first like 20 or 30 people. Mm-hmm. So she was really, you know, when you think about the bravery that it took to put yourself in that position and to kind of go into the land of the unknowns for something like that, we wanted to keep that spirit alive. And really when you open up the conversation with heart health, our story is unfortunately not very unique. Almost everyone you speak to is impacted in some form or fashion, whether it's personally or loved ones. And so yeah, I mean, you think about making an impact for your community, for your employees. I mean, this really became a no-brainer.
And have you seen this change the culture within your own company or expanded out, ripple effect beyond that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I would say absolutely. You know, we have people that go to the dentist office they can't get operated on because they have blood pressure issues, and so these are healthy individuals. You know, as they meet the eye, right? They're walking, they're busy, they're busy all day. But it's the other things that they're doing in life. You know, it's getting rid of the monsters and the hot dogs for lunch, right? And I think we really wanted to just bring some simple awareness to them, and it's working. I think a lot of people are going to the doctors, they're asking for EKGs, our health insurance. We've ramped up big time on our health and benefits. Mm-hmm. EKGs, you know, cost them like $50 to do something like that. It's such a simple thing. it's not this big scary event, and they can tell you all this information about, you know, your heart health and things that they might not be feeling yet. And it's just that very simple awareness that you don't think about, just bringing it to them. And then the CPR thing was just kind of a layup for us. I love sitting there and asking, like, hey, if I fall dead right now, can somebody resuscitate me, you know, and keep me going? And everybody kind of looks around the room like it's a simple thing, but it's a life-saving thing. And there's so many stories of people, you know, being kept alive because of a very simple, you know, action.
Well, we want to thank you guys for Kinley Construction and what you're doing to raise the awareness and getting folks out. So thank you for being a part, and hoping people will be out there to join you. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. To get more information about the Dallas or Fort Worth Heart Walk, visit heart.org.